So what indicates that the student can now, basically when you ask the student, is the course showing for you? Yes, it shows for me. Does it show you the grades in the course? Yes, it shows for me. So is this student either excluded or withdrawn? Because if they are excluded or withdrawn, the course won't show up at all. It won't be available to the student. So the situation is that we work with a probability system. So it could be that there was a hiding. What should I do to show it? I go to a place to first make sure. I come to this section, Administration, and then I go to something called Show Row. Show what? Show Row. Then I click on Show Row, and it will display all the rows in front of me along with their status. Is the status displayed or hidden? Students 5, 6, and 8 are displayed. Only 9 is hidden. Yes, this student is hidden. To show them, select the student and click Show Rows. Check if status is displayed. Yes, it is. Next, click Submit to save changes. Student 9 is now in the grading center. Hiding didn't affect grades. It was just data hiding. Select the student, click Show Rows, Submit to save work. Hiding data doesn't affect grades. For oral exams, send grades to Blackboard by creating a column. So, his status is displayed. Next, click Submit to save the work. You will notice that student number 9 has appeared again and is now present in the grading center. Hiding didn't affect grades. It only hid data. This clarifies. While in the grading center, you might have an oral exam. To do that, create a column. Name it Oral Exam to show here. Then join the virtual classroom with students. This is the part I want to clarify for you. The second part is that while you are working with the grading center, you might have a type of assessment like an oral exam. So, you might have an oral exam, and you want to send the grade to Blackboard. How do I do that? You can come here, and the system allows you to create a column. You create a column and name it Oral Exam. So a column will appear here called Oral Exam. Then you come into the virtual classroom with the students, just like I'm with you now. You ask the student is answering, and he is answering. You open the grading center, the student, so-and-so, the question is answered. What you do is click and write the grade. You give him the grade that you want to assign. No problem at all. So how do I create the column? I come to create a column like this and click on it. It will open a page for me. This page contains information I need to specify. First, it asks for the column name, like Oral Exam. Do you want to add a description? You can write something like Oral Exam for Course X, Class Y. Next, specify the possible points. The oral exam is graded, right? It could be out of 2 points. What category does this exam fall under? Is it an exam or an assignment? You can choose or not, but it's better to categorize it as an exam. Then, there are 3 important options. The first 2 matter most, the third is not important. The first option asks if the grades from this column, the oral exam, should be included in the total. If yes, include them. If not, don't. Do you want this column visible to students? This means when students check my grades, they see all their grades. Then you come down here, and I have 3 key options. The first 2 are crucial for me. The third is not. I can leave it as is. The first option asks if you want the oral exam grades included in the total. What total? The student's overall grades. If you want it included, say yes. If not, say no. Do you want this column visible to students? It means when students enter the course, they see my grades, showing all grading columns like the midterm exam, with scores like 19 out of 20. So, do you want this oral exam column visible to students? This applies to any column, not just the oral exam. What about the grading center's total? Is it the total grades of the student overall? If you need it included, say yes. Otherwise, say no. Do you want this column visible to students? It means when students enter the course, they see my grades, showing all grading center columns, like the midterm exam, with scores like 19 out of 20. Do you want this oral exam column visible to students? If yes, say yes. If no, say no. In our case, I want it included in the total and visible, so yes and yes. Then click Submit to create the oral exam column, the last in the grading center. You ask a question, they answer, and you grade it. Now, regarding creating a column, if I want to generate a comprehensive report about students' status and grades in all activities, assignments, and tests, to include it in the total, say yes, otherwise say no. In our case, I want it included in the grading center and visible to the student, so it's yes and yes. Click Submit to create the oral exam column, the last in the grading center. Ask the student a question, they answer, and you record the grade here. For creating a column and generating a comprehensive PDF report on students' grades in all activities, click Create Report. Choose Create Report from the options. While creating, name the report, e.g., Comprehensive Report on Student Grades. You write the grade yourself in this section. This is regarding the part about creating a column. Now, if I have students and I want to generate a comprehensive report about their status and their grades in all activities, assignments, and tests, and it will be a PDF report. So, if you all want to do that, what do? You will click on something called Create Report. From the report options, we choose Create Report. Then, while I'm creating the report, it will ask me if I need this report. While I'm creating the report, I first write the name of the report. I might say, for example, Comprehensive Report on Student Grades, for instance. And then here, the report date, I need the report date, yes. Okay, but let's clarify this point. The date of the evaluation. And I have the name of the institution if you want. The name of the institution. You come here and it is determined in the report here. First, here. Is the report about all students or about specific students? Specific students here. So here you want all users, all students, right? If you want to specify students, then it would be student 5 and student 5. Then you would press Control on the keyboard and student 9, 5, and 9. But if I want all, I want all. So do you want the report to show the student's name? Yes, the first name, last name, and student ID. So choose the student ID. Now what data do you want to show about the student? I want all columns or all the columns displayed in the grading center, all assignments, and all tests. I need that. Or if you need specific columns, then you would choose specific columns. For example, if you want the total and need this test, then each student will show these 3 columns. Or you can choose all, no problem at all. All columns are fine. What data do you want the columns to show about the student? I want all the columns in Grading Center, all assignments, and all tests. I need that, or choose specific columns. Or you can select this column or that column. E.g., if you want the total and need this test, then each student will show these 3 columns. Or you can choose all, no problem. All columns are fine. Let's scroll down. Do you need, e.g., a signature line at the end? Yes, a signature line is needed. And I need the date of the report. I also need information about the course, which is the name of the course. Then you would click on Preview or Send. I'll send it now, and the report will appear. You'll see what the report looks like. The report should show me the name of the report, and then here's the student. Or choose any column, e.g. total and tests, so each student will have these 3 columns appear. Or choose all, no problem. All columns are normal. Okay, let's scroll down. So I need, for example, a signature line at the end. Yes, a signature line. I need the date of the report and information about the course, which is the name of the course. Then you would click on Preview or Send. There's no problem with either. I'm going to send it now, and the report will appear for you. You'll see what the report looks like. So the report should show me the name of the report, and then here's the student. Then it should show me all the columns from the grading center, and next to each column, the student's grade should be displayed, including the total. You can scroll down a bit. Of course, all these are columns. As you scroll down, you'll find a signature line for each student, and here are their details and grades. Then we move to the third student, and so on until we reach the third student, and so on. Then he brings me all the columns of the grading center, and opposite each column is the student's grade. Even the total is there. You go down a little bit. Of course, these are all columns. You will go down. You will find the stop line in each approximation. This is the second student. This is his data, and these are his grades. We go down the third student, and so on until the third student, and so on until we reach until yes. So, is the first part of the report clear to you, or is there any issue with the report section?